في الموسيقى ألمانيا هي بيتهوفن وباخ وبرامس، صح؟ هذه كانت فكرتي عن ألمانيا، لكن طلعت غلطانة. وبعد ما زرت مدينة كولون اكتشفت قد إيش الموسيقى في ألمانيا حيوية ومتجددة وتتقبل كل الثقافات.
Hello, I'm Anette Maier, clarinetist, arranger and composer. My instruments are all kinds of clarinets, mainly the clarinet and the bass clarinet. I am a freelance musician and I am touring around the world with concerts. I would like to welcome you to Cologne, one of the best cities for music in Germany.
Anit, thank you so much for this beautiful music. Nobody would have thought that a German musician would play this Oriental fusion?
I'm doing this for more than 20 years. So I have a kind of experience in listening to several styles, Balkan music, Turkish, Greek music. So yeah, I developed my own style, I think, kind of fusion, also with a jazz background from my studies, and I mix all this.
So we're in Cologne. It's a beautiful city. By the way, how do you pronounce it in German?
Köln.
Köln. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're in Köln.
We are in Köln.
You're from here, are you?
I'm living here since 2001, but I'm originally from the north of Germany, near Denmark. But I moved here for my studies, and I stayed here because it's a very interesting city for artists and musicians. It's full of life, it's never boring.
Now you studied history and Russian. How did your music life start?
I studied history and Russian, but besides I was always playing music, you know, and giving concerts and earning some money with it. So I decided very soon, in the end of my Russian studies, I want to become a professional musician. So I took private lessons and I prepared tests for the conservatory to enter. And I studied jazz here in Cologne. We have a very old jazz department here. It was 4 years, and also I went for 6 months to Paris to be there at the conservatory. And I was always looking for a little bit beyond, not only in the classic or in the jazz music. I was looking for something more.
I've seen you play two kinds of clarinet. Which one is the original, and what's the difference between them?
The smaller one is the original clarinet. It's from 1700 and it was created in Germany. And the other one is a bass clarinet, and it's from 19th century. And the creator of this instrument was Adolf Sax, who's also created the saxophone.
For a performer, what's the difference between the clarinet and, let's say, like the flute, saxophone, or other wind instruments?
You need more breath, you need more air compared to playing the flute, or even comparing with the saxophone. Although the saxophone is very similar to the clarinet, but you need more strength here in the abdomen and the jaw, and yeah.
I bet it's tricky to fix the clarinet or to maintain it.
Yes, especially the bass clarinet. It's a little bit like a diva, you know. Always something is wrong or something is not so perfect. And especially the keys are very long, you know. We have a lot of metal, and you have to be very careful if you put the parts together and so on. But if I have problems with the clarinet or bass clarinet, I know someone in Cologne who can fix it very well.
Let's go visit him.
My name is Hans-Martin Hoppmann. I'm here in Cologne as a repairman for clarinets since over 30 years. It's a quite interesting job, but as you see, a clarinet is a very complicated instrument with much parts at the mechanic, and so you have to take good care of it. The best way to take care of your clarinet is to remove the humidity out of the instrument after playing the water. So after playing you have to clean it in the inside to put out the water, because the wood of the clarinet is very sensible and you have to take good care of it. The most important parts of the mechanic are the pads which close the tone holes, and they are made from leather and felt, and during the years this material becomes hard and I have to change it and renew the pads. Maybe after 2 years, maybe after 10 years. It depends how intensive the player is using his instrument.
You've been to a lot of Arab countries like Lebanon, Morocco, UAE. Where else?
Jordan, northern Iraq, Tunisia, Egypt.
And what was their impression, the audience?
They were very with us. They liked our music, no matter where. And also we tried to play also with local musicians, and we learned 1 or 2 tunes from the country we were visiting.
Fantastic.
For example, in Sudan we learned some Sudanese songs from the Sufis there.
Wow.
We performed together with a Sufi group, singing and drumming, and it was a wonderful experience.
The clarinet is originally a classical instrument.
Yes.
How much is it present in other kinds of music?
Oh, it's very present in jazz music. Not only in the old-time jazz and swing, also in the modern jazz. It's really coming up again, the clarinet, and especially the bass clarinet, and also in folk music all around Europe. such a building before.
It's beautiful. Is it medieval?
Yes, it's from, I think, from the 14th century. And it was part of the city wall. Now it's a music school inside.
It's a music school.
Yeah, a music school for especially for jazz, rock, pop music. And,
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm teaching there since 2001.
Annette, you're such a busy woman. You play with different bands, you write your own music, you organize a music festival, and you teach. How do you manage your time with all of this?
Yeah, it's sometimes easier and sometimes not so easy because every month is very different from each other because I'm a freelance musician and it's changing every month. Sometimes it's hard to teach. If I have a concert tour, for example, I have to cancel all my lessons and then I have to do it later and make dates with my pupils. So mostly I'm really playing and organizing myself, my concerts. Communication is a big part of my job.
Of course.
And yeah, unfortunately, practicing on my instrument, I have maybe 50% time or less for practicing and studying on my instrument.
And how does Cologne inspire you? Does it help you to write your music? How is the music scene here?
Oh, the music scene is very alive. We have a lot of different style musicians. We have a big classical scene, big scene for ancient music, middle-age music, big scene for jazz. It's one of the two cities for jazz, Berlin and Cologne. Yeah, we have a big scene for improvised contemporary music. So it's really one of the best places in Germany for musicians to be.
لقيت كل هذا المزيج من الفن والموسيقى في كولون، وما شاء الله عليها أنيت، الصراحة أحسدها شوية، تدرس وتألف وتنظم مهرجانات وتعزف مع عدة فرق، ودايما تحاول تكون موسيقاها صدى لعدة ثقافات. هذا الشغف اللي في أنيت هو جوهر العازفة الحقيقية.